using your head, using your neck. No, it's going to be a pin. 1 minute, 3 seconds into the second round for Keyston Hughes, and we're tied at 6-6.
It's time for high school wrestling on the NCWLIFE channel, your local TV station. Tonight's coverage is brought to you in part by our platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, Tacos Chava, Together for Youth, and Valley Tractor. Now let's head to the gym for tonight's coverage of high school wrestling on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel.
Finish the match right here. He does.
Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Eastmont High School. It's Big Nine matchup here tonight between the Eastmont Wildcats and the Wenatchee Panthers. As we like to say, the Cross River rivalry renewed. Now, for those that are watching us on Thursday, welcome if you missed the girls' match. Now, if you're watching us on Friday, welcome back. It's Eastmont, it's Wenatchee. As far as the Big Nine standings are concerned, Moses Lake and Sunnyside are running away with things. They're undefeated. Nobody's going to catch them as far as the Big Nine matchups. But what you're trying to do right now, with only about 2 weeks left of the season, you got district just around the corner. You only got 3 slots out of districts to get to the state tournament, to MAC Classic in Tacoma. It's time to get ready for wrestling for real when it comes time for tournament time. And both of these schools are coming off of tournaments last weekend. Wenatchee was at the Coyote invite down in Kittitas. Meanwhile, the Eastmont Wildcats had a little bit of a tougher road. They were at the Matt Animal Classic in Quincy. They had some good performances. Now, we were hoping for a key matchup at heavyweight tonight. That's not happening. We actually have a forfeit at heavyweight, but one of the matches I'm certainly looking forward to tonight is the matchup at 175 pounds. It is John Gutzweiler for Wenatchee and Dax Dixon for the Eastmont Wildcats. Both are coming off of championships and tournaments last weekend. Both have stellar records. They're not ranked in the state in the top 10, but they should be. Now, we're going to see them wrestle at 175 pounds tonight. So looking forward to that. We'll get you the bout matchups. It's senior night, as you can probably see behind me here, as the Wildcats celebrate their final home match of the season here tonight against their Cross River rival. It's Wenatchee, it's Eastmont, it's the Panthers, it's the Wildcats. We've got it for you coming up next. It's Big Nine Wrestling on the NCWLIFE channel.
The new Hummer EV is everything you want in an all-electric vehicle. It's powerful, reliable, comfortable, and will take you anywhere you want to go, on-road or off. Why buy one of those lesser EVs when you can have one that uses them for traction? Order your Hummer pickup or SUV today from Sangster Motors, batteries included.
At Kennedy Group, we understand that buying and selling is more than a transaction, and it's more than just a house. This is where you will gather with friends and family, and where a lifetime of memories will be made. But buying a home is more than memories. Oftentimes, it's your biggest financial decision. The agents at Kennedy Group understand this and provide real estate advice based on your goals and dreams. Call us today and let's find your happy place.
When getting the job done right is job one, you need construction equipment that's built right. With durable Kubota engines, more comfort, and the versatility to do it all. You need the Kubota construction lineup. Right now, write it off the lot and write it off your taxes for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months or save up to $4,000.
When life gets stressful, reaching for a vape might seem like a quick fix, but vaping can actually make feelings of anxiety and depression worse. Each time you vape, nicotine tricks your brain into feeling rewarded. And the more you vape, the more nicotine receptors your brain creates. Over time, your body needs more and more nicotine to feel good. And when you can't get enough, you can experience withdrawal symptoms like anxiety, mood swings, and depression. Learn more at chooseyouwa.org.
Welcome back once again here to Eastmont High School. Pretty good crowd on hand tonight, as you would expect. Not much of a travel night for the Wenatchee folks as we get the Panthers and the Wildcats here at Eastmont High School on the senior night. Our broadcast on the NCWLIFE channel brought to you in part by Kennedy Real Estate Group. They're more than just selling houses. They're building communities. Buying or selling? Call the Kennedy Real Estate Group. They're online at kennedygroup.com. That's KENADY group.com. Also by Les Schwab. Having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle is just part of essential safety. Les Schwab takes your safety seriously. Stop by today. Well, we've got the bout matchups coming up here on the mat in just a moment. Thought I'd kind of recap what's happened in the season so far for the standings for the boys. The Sunnyside Grizzlies are ranked 4th in the state. They're undefeated heading into tonight at 4-0. Moses Lake 5-0. Davis at 2-2. Ike at 2-3. Then you've got Eastmont and Wenatchee both 1-3 coming into tonight. West Valley is 0-4 in the Big Nine. The Panthers coming off the Coyote Classic last weekend down in Kittitas. They took 3rd as a team. They had several placers, including a championship at 126 pounds for D'Angelo Negretti. Also a 3rd place for Leonardo Salgado at 150. A 1st place for Michael Mahuika at 157. He'll get a forfeit tonight in this match. John Gutzweiler took the championship at 175 pounds. Derek Varga took 4th at 215 pounds. And Luke Flugie 2nd at 285. I did see that his final match was a forfeit injury. So that could be why Luke Flugie is not wrestling here tonight. Didn't get a chance to talk to the coaching staff. We've been scrambling with some technical issues. And as is the case with wrestling, it's very loosey-goosey. I guess that's how I'll term it, because trying to get the bout sheets and trying to get everything organized as they're doing weigh-ins and everything else and get that in a timely fashion for us to get ready for our broadcast is a little bit of a challenge. Meanwhile, the Eastmont Wildcats placed 6th at the Matt Animal Invite in Quincy last weekend. This was a huge tournament involving a lot of wrestlers. The Wildcats did get a 3rd place for Jacoby Mercado at 165 pounds last weekend at the Matt Animal Invitational. Dax Dixon, we mentioned, he took a championship. Randy Binner, who is going to wrestle tonight, he took 4th place at 175. 6th place for Riker Hall at 190. 5th for Ricardo Kalunga Jr. at 215 pounds. And 3rd place for Adric Kiedrowski at 285. He also will not take the mat tonight here in this head-to-head matchup with the Wenatchee Panthers. Now, exactly why? Hard to say. But then again, they're also trying to get mat time for some of these younger wrestlers because they can fill in some spots at the district tournament if they get enough experience and enough wrestling under their belts before the upcoming district tournament that'll be down at West Valley. We're going to take a break and come back, and we'll get you more wrestling straight ahead here as we get the bouts introduced and get our first match of the night, which I hear is going to be at 106 pounds. We'll take a break and come back with more from Eastmont High School right after this timeout.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chase on the other side. You can just look over here. Lifetime warranty.
Great, I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
A new video game, a movie, dinner with friends. There are a lot of things worth saving up for. Vapes aren't cheap, and buying pods over and over can stop you from affording things you want more. When it comes to your money, choose what matters. Choose you.
When life gets stressful, jumping into your passions can help you find your calm. Avoid vapes, which contain nicotine and can make feelings of anxiety and depression worse. When it comes to your mental health, choose what matters. Choose you.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether, we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
and you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
To name yourself after the highest peak in North America? Maybe that's audacity. But towering above is exactly what the first ever all-electric GMC Sierra EV Denali Edition 1 is built to do. With 754 horsepower and up to a GM estimated 400 miles of range, it is the Denali of EVs. The Sierra EV Denali.
Well, they just watched, they just announced the 126 pounds. Here's the 132-pound matchup. For Wenatchee, it's William Despain. For Eastmont, Jesse Salazar Flores. At 138 pounds, Benjamin Rios for the Panthers. Tyler Hawkins for Eastmont. The 144-pound match is a forfeit. The win will go to Eastmont's Brandon Graves. The senior will get the victory by forfeit. 150-pound match will be combated tonight. Leonardo Salgado for Wenatchee, the senior. Nelson Nygaard will be the junior for Eastmont. The 157-pound match will be a win for Wenatchee by forfeit. Michael Mahuika will get the win by forfeit. 165-pound match, Frank Brandt will go out there for the Wenatchee Panthers, a junior, against a fellow junior for Eastmont, Jacoby Mercado. 175-pound match is the one we're all looking forward to. John Gutzweiler, the junior for Wenatchee, against Dax Dixon, the junior for Eastmont. The 190-pound match will follow. Logan Lamb for Wenatchee against Randy Benner for Eastmont. The two seniors facing one another. The 215-pound match will be the freshman Derek Varga for Wenatchee against the very experienced Ricardo Colunga Jr., the senior for the Eastmont Wildcats. And our final match at 285 will be a forfeit. Juan Orozco, the senior for Eastmont, will get the win by forfeit. It's a double forfeit at 106 pounds. It'll be a forfeit win for Ashton Rolone, the freshman, at 113 pounds for Eastmont. Peter Briley for Wenatchee will wrestle against Cruz Geronimo Rios at 120 pounds. And then I think we came in with 126 pounds. Bryce Sapp, the freshman for Eastmont, taking on D'Angelo Negretti, the senior for the Wenatchee Panthers. We've got an announcement by the Eastmont wrestlers about sportsmanship, and we've got the coin flip and the captain's meet. We'll do that right after this timeout on the NCWLIFE channel.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect. No matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort. Totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air. Call Alpine Air.
Well, it's senior night here at Eastmont High School, and they've got 4 seniors that are in the starting lineup here for this match tonight against their Cross River rivals, the Wenatchee Panthers. As we mentioned, as far as the league standings are concerned, coming into tonight, Moses Lake and Sunnyside running away with things. They're both undefeated on the season. Eastmont and Wenatchee even at 1-3 in head-to-head matchups so far. This should be an interesting one, despite all the forfeits that we're expecting here tonight. 14 bouts that could have been contested tonight. We have 3, 4, 5 forfeits. So 9 contested matches here tonight on the mat at Eastmont High School. Our official for the match tonight is Brian Landis. He just met with the captains. That determines who gets the coin flip and who gets the first choice of up or down come the second round. And it's a double forfeit to start things off. So 106 pounds is a double forfeit. So that's a push. No score for either side. Ashton Rolone will get a forfeit at 113 pounds. So that'll give Eastmont a 6-0 lead on the scoreboard. We'll head to 120 pounds next, and this will be an actual contested bout this evening. It'll be a sophomore Cruz Geronimo Rios for Eastmont and Peter Briley for the Wenatchee Panthers. And looking at the season, I do not have, unfortunately, any stats for Geronimo. I do have the stats for Peter Briley. He comes in at 20-33 on the season. He did not place last weekend at the Coyote Classic down in Kittitas. So underway, our first contested bout comes our third match in at 120 pounds. As shooting is Geronimo Rios, but taking advantage with the takedown and 3 points is Peter Briley. Briley, the senior, and Geronimo Rios is the sophomore. Kind of the senior taking advantage of the sophomore mistake there. Trying to stack him up is Briley. Now he's got the half in, looking for some tip points here as we're halfway into round number 1 here at Eastmont High School. And he will get a tip here. The count on by our official, Brian Landis. Did he get enough, though, for points? That's the question. And he breaks the hold, and so if there were tip points, he'll give it to us now, and the official still will not give us anything, so I don't think he had him tipped long enough. He started the count? No, he did. Okay, so a 3-point near fall is the official's decision here, and both wrestlers go out of bounds. So it's a 6-0 lead here for Peter Briley. Got the 3-point takedown and the 3-point near fall. Leads at 6-0. Over Cruz Geronimo Rios. Appreciate you joining us here on the NCWLIFE channel. This will be our last wrestling match broadcast of the season. We'll have the Apple Blossom Royalty Selection Pageant coming up a couple of Saturdays from now. And then on Tuesday the 11th, we'll have Eastmont and Wenatchee basketball. And Briley got a little bit too... He will get the near fall points. And now reversal for Briley. Well, let's see. We're going to have to wait and see how they score this one. As it looks like Geronimo Rios got a reversal and then got near fall. They will give him the reversal. I don't see any points for a near fall. And now Briley will get the reversal back. Back and forth we go with 10 seconds to go in round number 1. 10-2 the score, with Briley on top, literally, and in the match. Now, maybe more near fall points. He won't get the pin, but he will get a 4-point near fall right at the buzzer. So the advantage grows to 14-2, Briley over Rios. Choice is for Cruz Geronimo Rios here, and he will choose both wrestlers up. Trailing it by 12 here. He needs to get something done, and something done pretty fast against the senior Peter Briley for the Wenatchee Panthers. Rios kind of backing up. Double leg takedown by Briley. Briley will quickly go to the head, and he's got a lot of time to try to get a pin here on Rios. Peter Briley, the senior, looking for 16 points for the Wenatchee Panthers here against the Eastmont Wildcats. And now reversing the half is Briley, tipping the wrestler back over, but he'll flip from one side to the other. Rios turns back into him here, gives Briley another shot at the pin. Briley didn't really tie up his hands, though, and now whistle comes with 1:11 to go. 4 points. Oh, that's a technical fall here for Briley, with it being 15-2, and that is the decision here, as Peter Briley will get the win 15-2 over Cruz Geronimo Rios. So that will narrow our team score here. Meanwhile, we'll go to 126 pounds. It'll be D'Angelo Negretti for Wenatchee, the senior, against Blaze Sapp, the freshman for Eastmont. Five points, team points for Wenatchee for the technical fall for Briley. We appreciate the Wildcats giving us the scoreboard tonight. They weren't going to run it, but we said we kind of need that for the broadcast because we run the graphics off of that. And so helping us out a little bit anyway for the timing, the round, and the score, both team score and the score of the match. Not helping us out, though, on the pounds of the match because it says it's been saying 120 pounds all night long. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. So, again, Blaze Sapp for Eastmont. D'Angelo Negretti for the Wenatchee Panthers. Negretti on the season for Wenatchee. An incredible 26-3, and he'll quickly get the three-point takedown. Looking for a pin in the first seconds of this match. And he does in 17 ticks on the clock. Win by pin. So give 6 points to the Panthers. And now they lead the match 11-6. We'll head to 132 pounds. It'll be William Despain for Wenatchee, the sophomore, against the junior Jesse Salazar Flores for Eastmont. I don't have the season record on Salazar Flores. And nor do I have anything on Despain on the season so far. Again, both teams trying to get more mat time for some of their younger wrestlers, as we have a junior and a sophomore here right now at 132 pounds. Wrestlers quickly head towards the outer circle of the mat here. The ring light here is, well, they can't really go up any higher, but I noticed that the edge of the mat where the outer circle is kind of in the shadows here at Eastmont High School. They do have a few lights on over the crowd on the south side of the gymnasium. So that helps a little bit as far as the officials seeing that circle. So we're a half a minute in, better than, in this match at 132 pounds. Salazar Flores for Eastmont. Despain for Wenatchee. Salazar Flores lifts him up. Got to take care of him as you flop him down, and he will turn, get the takedown, 3 points, and looking for a pin as well. Salazar Flores will get a near fall as well. Well, on the scoreboard it says 3-3. I don't think that's quite correct. Now a 2-point reversal is going to Despain. 7-3 they have the score on the board. I don't think that's, no, 7-5, okay. As they talk about it over at the scores table. I think that is correct. 35 seconds left in the round number one here, with Salazar Flores leading Despain. Eastmont leading Wenatchee, even though the Wenatchee wrestlers on top right now after the reversal. 20 seconds left as Despain is able to break down the base of Salazar Flores. Get him down on the mat, try the far side cradle. He's got the cross face with the arm. Had it, gave it up. Now he's trying to gain it back again as he stays hip to hip with the wrestler below him. That's the way to keep him down on the mats, and that'll be the end of round number one. Boy, topsy-turvy round one, and I think they're going to ask for clarification on the scoring. It says 7-5 on the board, and again, I don't know if that was correct or not. Let's see, should have been a 3-point takedown for the Eastmont wrestler Salazar Flores, plus a 4-point near ball is 7. Then a 2-point reversal. I'm not sure why they gave 3 points. Yeah, okay, that's exactly what I was thinking too. They gave an extra 3 points to Despain, so they take that off the board, and that is now correct. 7-2 is our score, with Salazar Flores leading it. Our broadcast tonight on the NCWLIFE channel brought to you by Sangster Motors, family owned and operated, home of the all-new electric Hummer pickup and SUV. Ready for round two here, as it'll be Salazar Flores on top, Despain on the bottom. Despain trying to get to his feet, broken back down, now back to his feet again, and tossed down to the mats. by Salazar Flores. Tries the cross face. Despain reaches back, grabs the leg. He's got two hands wrapped around that right leg of Salazar Flores, Despain, but hard to do that when he's got a cross face on you. But he does stand up, turn towards him, and Despain close to getting a reversal here. He covers the leg. Still a leg held by Salazar Flores, but now tipping with a cradle is Despain. So he hasn't given the reversal yet. Now he does. So it's 7-4. And Despain trying to hold on to that far side cradle. He's going to lose the cradle. Try to gain it again. So hard to do a far side cradle. A little easier to do the near side cradle when you can stick your head in the side of the wrestler, try to bend him towards you, and you use your head as a fulcrum. 43 seconds left in round number 2. Back to a referee's position, if you will, for both wrestlers. Now Salazar Torres tried to stand up. Now far side cradle again. Got to watch out for Despain. He's a little bit high. And now Salazar Flores has his head. And finally he gives up the cradle and tries to cover the base with 18 seconds left. Salazar Flores up on his feet, turns and faces, grabs a leg. But a good job by Despain to keep him from getting any more than that with 6 seconds left here in round number 2. 7-4 the score, with Salazar Torres leading it. Salazar Torres with a sit out right there at the buzzer, will not get free. And we'll head to round number 3. Again, our official tonight is Brian Landis. Our coverage on the NCWLIFE channel brought to you by Save Mart. Shop smart, shop local, serving the Wenatchee Valley since 1962. Eric Granstrom with you, match side here at Eastmont High School. Missing my dad this week. Dave Granstrom back on the west side. Had a tooth pulled this week. He had that tooth for, had his adult teen, from he was 5 years old, 6 years old, something like that. So that tooth lasted 77 years. That's a pretty good job of hanging on there. But he had a tooth pulled this week, and so he said, I don't want to test it just in case if I'm not talking right or I'm not feeling good. So he's back home. I talked to him on the phone last night. The extraction went well. He said, in fact, the numbing took longer than the extraction itself. Salazar Torres turned and almost got himself in trouble here. Despain riding on top, trailing at 7-4 with 1:20 to go. You're almost to the point here, if you're Despain, to think you might have a chance here is to turn Salazar Flores loose and maybe gets, look out, he's got that head again. He's got to give up the cradle. Does Despain, or else he's going to find himself in trouble, and he's found himself in trouble. And now reaching back is Salazar Flores. Give him the 2-point reversal and the pin. 1:09 into round number 3. 5:09 into the match.
Your winner, Salazar Flores.
So the win by pin for Jesse Salazar Flores. 5 minutes and 9 seconds into the match gives Eastmont 6 points. So that makes it a 12-6 match. The Wildcats regain the lead here, and we'll head to 138 pounds. Tyler Hawkins, they listed him in the program as a sophomore, but Grandpa Buell came over and says, no, he's a freshman. He'll go up against Benjamin Rios, the junior for Wenatchee. Hawkins didn't place last weekend at the Mad Animal, but did himself well and gets a 3-point takedown right away here to lead the match 3-0. Benjamin Rios. And now we got an escape by Rios, so it's a 3-1 match. Half a minute into round number 1. Now we get a timeout here. And do we have blood? Yep, we do, as Hawkins has a little blood in the nose, so they'll send him over, get him tended to on the Eastmont side of things. They'll run an injury clock for him. Tyler Hawkins on the season for the Wenatchee Panthers, 24-17 overall. That's pretty darn good as a freshman. Meanwhile, Rios did not place at the Coyote Classic last weekend down in Kittitas. Rios just a 2-6 record on the season. So a lot more mat time for the freshman in Tyler Hawkins. He leads at 3-1 with 1:24 to go here in round number 1. Hawkins wrestled, 5 matches, I think, last weekend at the Mat Animal. I was reading in Quincy. Shot by Hawkins, counter by Rios. Both wrestlers back up to their feet here. Hawkins, the freshman, trying to feel out the junior in Benjamin Rios. Shoots. The counter by Rios. So both wrestlers get back up. Try it again here. Hawkins reach out, grabs with his right hand, pulls Rios towards him. 47 seconds. They get near the out of bounds circle. And Hawkins with a push. Rios backs up towards the center circle now, as they'll reset it here with 38 seconds left in round number 1. Hawkins leading at 3-1. Looking for a win here in front of the home crowd. Both wrestlers go out of bounds and towards the bench area. So we might have to have a timeout here. The plug in the nose of Hawkins came out on the mat, so they're going to have to come and at least clean up that spot on the mat, as they'll also take a look at Rios to see if he's got any blood on him. Our broadcast tonight on the NCWLIFE channel brought to you in part by Tacos Chava. You love Tacos Chava in East Wenatchee. Let them cater your next event for the upcoming, you got the marriage season, wedding season just around the corner. Find them on Facebook by searching Tacos Chava East Wenatchee, and you'll find them, Tacos Chava. Our broadcast also brought to you by Together for Youth, encouraging you to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to prevent youth and the environment. Protect youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org. When they turn the lights out here at the high school, it also means they turn the lights out on my scores table here. So thankfully I had trusty little Duracell flashlight in my pickup truck. That's what I'm using to see anything here. By the way, if you just joined us, you missed the girls match earlier. Eastmont girls able to beat Wenatchee 42-28 there. Were 9 forfeits in the matches. Only 6 contested bouts. 5 of those were pins. And Eastmont comes out on top 42-28 over Wenatchee. Wildcats improved to 2-2 in the Big 9 season for the girls. So we get the blood taken care of, and now we start to restart the match with 30 seconds less than now in round number 1. 3-1. It is Tyler Hawkins leading Benjamin Rios. And hold on, we got another timeout and another blood issue. And you only have 5 minutes of injury timeouts here. And if they can't get that taken care of for Tyler Hawkins in that 5-minute frame, that's during the entire duration of the match, then he'll have to give up the match and an injury forfeit. The plug came back out of his nose. So the good news, for Tyler, is if the bleeding actually has stopped, then they don't have to put a plug back in his nose. But that's tough. Anybody that has any kind of sinus issues this time of year, especially when it's been so cold and so dry, you get your nose drying out. And you could look at somebody sideways and start a bloody nose. Just ask Tucker Wagner about that. Our broadcast also brought to you by Valley Tractor, North Central Washington's trusted equipment and rental dealer for 75 years. A reminder, we have the Countdown to Coronation next Saturday on February 8th, starting at 6:30 from the America Performing Arts Center. That'll be followed at 7 o'clock by the Apple Blossom Royalty Selection Pageant presented by Cashmere Valley Bank. Join Julie Agins-Kuntz and yours truly for our coverage with our pregame, as I call it, since I'm, kind of a sports guy, at 6:30, and then the pageant at 7 o'clock from the PAC. Looking forward to that. Our next sports event on the NCWLIFE channel will be the following Tuesday on February 11th with Wenatchee at Eastmont to Big 9 basketball. Grant Olson has your play-by-play on that one. It's right here on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel. Seems like this first round has taken a while. It has 3 blood timeouts, under 8 seconds to go. A lot of words for Benjamin Rios by his coach to my left in that interim, and that'll be the end of round number 1. And if you're Tyler Hawkins here, you probably need to maybe try to get a pin here, because I think you're about out of injury time with that bloody nose. 12-11 is our team score, with Eastmont on top by 1. Wildcats, Hawkins leading this match, but now a 1-point escape given to Rios. That makes it 3-2. So here we go with both wrestlers on their feet, and they both shoot at the same time. And if you got a bloody nose going, that's a way to certainly get that blood restarted. Hawkins, the freshman, against Rios, the junior. Panthers have kind of that black singlet. It might be a deep, deep purple, but it looks black under the lights here at Wenatchee, or at Eastmont High School. Rios got a good single leg, but then didn't really try to do anything with it once he got it. The counter by Hawkins on top, and now here we go, another timeout with a bloody nose. And that tick-tock, tick-tock. And here we go, start it again. Well, I thought it was a blood timeout. The official just called timeout and got him back to the center of the mat. I'm not sure what the timeout there by the official was. Stalemate, I guess. And hold on. Now we're going to get a timeout. Another blood timeout as the plug came out again for Hawkins. So they'll have to come clean that up and also start that injury clock again. Meanwhile, Wenatchee coaching staff, rightfully so, asking how long do we have on that injury timeout clock? It's only 5 minutes for the entire 3 rounds of the match, and it's got to be running pretty thin right now for Tyler Hawkins. And unfortunately, that's going to be it for Tyler. I think we're going to run out of time here on the clock, and he's going to have to forfeit the match. Injury forfeit. We'll see. He's got his headgear off as they continue to clean up the mat here. Meanwhile, instructions still being given to Benjamin Rios. Now Hawkins has his headgear on once again. Maybe the headgear got a little blood on it as well. That's why they took it off to clean it up. But again, that time is running down here. And now they'll just, that's why they took the headgear off, because they taped his nose all the way around his head to try to keep that plug in there. Beautiful shot by Hawkins. And he's got the takedown and looking for more here. 3-point takedown for Hawkins. He leads at 6-2 with 38 seconds left. Hawkins trying to get the turn again on Rios. He had some exposure points. We'll see if the official gives it to him. He will. A 4-point near fall for Hawkins. Now he leads it 10-2 with 25 seconds left in round number 2. Well, maybe they should have taped his whole face up to begin with. Tyler Hawkins doesn't want to lose this match and see his season record tarnished by a bloody nose here tonight. So Hawkins at 24-17 on the season, trying to get his 25th win of the season right here against Benjamin Rios. And he will have a commanding lead heading into round number 3, 10-2. And do we have another blood timeout? No, we're tightening the headgear this time. So it's not an injury timeout. It's a headgear timeout for Hawkins. Well, this does benefit both wrestlers. If they're getting a little gassed, it gives them a chance to get their lungs back together and get some oxygen to their muscles. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling in Wenatchee. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Give them a call today at 509-662-6842 or on the web at alpineair.net. So in this boys match tonight, it started with a double forfeit, and then Ashton Rolone got a forfeit win for Eastmont. That made it a 6-0 match. Cruz Geronimo Rios fell to Peter Briley 15-2 to make it a 6-5 contest. Wenatchee within 1. And then D'Angelo Negretti, how about it? He got a pin in 17 seconds over Blaze Sapp. And that put Eastmont on top of 11-6. And then Wenatchee retook the lead on a pin by Jesse Salazar Flores in the match prior to this one, where we have Tyler Hawkins leading Benjamin Rios as we start round number 3. Both wrestlers on their feet. Probably going to look for a throw here, or Rios trailing badly. Hawkins with the advantage right now. If he could spin him around, and he will, he'll get the 3-point takedown. So Hawkins now on top 13-2 over Rios. Now try to stack him up. Got to be careful when you pull the wrestler on top of you like that. Don't know if that was enough to get any points. It does. A 3-point near fall. 16-2. So Tyler Hawkins just edging closer and closer to a major win here tonight for the Eastmont Wildcats. 57 seconds left in the match that has seen quite a few stoppages due to blood situations out of the nose for Tyler Hawkins. Sit-out attempt by Rios, but a good job of countering by Hawkins. Rios up to his hands and feet. Hawkins able to break him back down to the mat with 34 seconds left in the match. Rios to his feet. Cross face of Hawkins. Hawkins has that one leg, won't give it up. Now reaches across and grabs the other hip. Crowds him, still maintains control. Hawkins in control and going to win the match. 14 seconds left. Rios absolutely gassed at this point. Hawkins has the arm barred, looking to get any more points here. Can he? He will turn him. Will he get points? And he will. With time running out, he will get a 3-point near fall. And that will be a technical win, a technical knockout, or a technical fall here. I believe 19-2 is the win for Tyler Hawkins. We'll watch the team score, see if they give him 5 for that one. And they will. It'll be, 6 points on the technical fall. So 17, 5 points. There we go. 17-11 is the score. Eastmont on top. And we'll get a forfeit here. Brandon Graves will get a win by forfeit for the Eastmont Wildcats, so they'll add to their lead here. 23-11 should be the score. They haven't added it to the scoreboard yet. Meanwhile, it'll be Nelson Nygaard for Eastmont at 150 pounds against Leonardo Salgado, senior versus junior in this match. And now they're adding to the team score. Should be 23-11. There we go. And Nygaard for Eastmont, Salgado for Wenatchee, 150 pounds. So this match is kind of the old school match here tonight, where they typically draw out of a hat to start at a particular weight. Oh, that was a beautiful grab of the foot by Salgado. Went for the throw, couldn't get it, and a 3-point takedown going to be given to Graves here. Graves looking for more, Nygaard looking for more. They both get to their feet. It will be a near fall and then a 1-point escape. They've got 11-3 on the scoreboard. They're going to have to fix that. Meanwhile, Nygaard with another takedown, 3-point takedown. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think, should be 9-1, I believe. They've still working the scoreboard here. Meanwhile, Nygaard in control, tipping Salgado. And exposure points, still has exposure points. A lot of time, 48 seconds left in round number 1. Salgado trying to stay alive here. Nygaard looking for the pin. Salgado arching, trying to keep those shoulders off the mats. 32 seconds left in round number 1. Nygaard going to be able to hold on? No, he won't. He'll just let him go. It'll be a 4-point near fall. So now they still have the score messed up on the scoreboard here. Nygaard should have the 16 points, and Salgado should have, 10 points. They've got it backwards on the scoreboard. So never mind what you see on the graphics at home. It is Nelson Nygaard leading it for Eastmont over Leonardo Salgado for Wenatchee. Salgado again trying to go for the throw, it looked like, but a 3-point takedown going to be given to Nygaard here. And looks like coaching staffs are going to come over and say, yeah, the scoreboard is kind of mixed up. So both coaches approach, Tyler McGee for Eastmont and Luis Perez for Wenatchee, to figure out what's going on with the scoreboard right now, which I believe is backwards and upside down and sideways. Our broadcast on the NCWLIFE channel brought to you by Abby's Pizza. For more than 50 years, Abby's has proudly served the Northwest with toppings to the edge. 100% real cheese and freshly rolled dough. Order online at abbys.com. Also by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call 509-662-6842 for Alpine Air. So there is quite a cluster of folks gathered over at the scorers table. Callie, go ahead and show that scoreboard mess that's going on over here with the convergence of bodies. You got both coaches, you got the official, you got the folks at the scorers table. They're all trying to figure it out. And we hope we don't have to restart the match. Oh, now they took away the team scores. Goodness. It should be 23-11 on the team scores. Okay, they got that right. Okay, now they're working on, and again, I'll have to give a little pathway, little forgiveness to Eastmont here, because they did not plan on actually using the scoreboard tonight. They were going to use another way of keeping tabs on what was happening in the matches. And because TV is here tonight, and because we actually plug in a device called a scorebot to the actual scorer's computer here on site, that's how you're able to see what's going on your screen at home while you watch this match. So they still have the match score messed up. The team score is correct, 23-11, according to my tabulations here. Meanwhile, Nygaard has had, 3 takedowns in this first round. So there's 9 points. He's had a couple of near falls. So that's 4, and that's 3, so that's 7, so that's 16. He should have 16 points. Meanwhile, a couple of escapes for Rios, and maybe a reverse for Rios, maybe? At least he's got 2 points. We've got technicians on the job here. So they're going to restart the match. Now, hold on. We've got, I don't know how we're going to keep track of the rounds here, because the scoreboard was reading 5 minutes, and it says the 5th round. 2 minutes should be the 2nd round. Or do we have time left in round number 1? Both wrestlers moved too early. We got a caution on the Eastmont wrestler for moving a little bit too soon. Now we're going to restart things as they do. Still trying to figure out the match score. I know that Nygaard is in front, and Nygaard's on the bottom here as he's working against Salgado. And we get a win here. In fact, a technical fall win for Nelson Nygaard. It'll be a mystery as to the final score. I'm going to say 18-2. So Nelson Nygaard will give his team another 5 points. So that'll make it 28-11. We will get a win here for Wenatchee by forfeit at 157 pounds. So that'll bump up the tally for the Panthers to 17 points. As Michael Mahuika will get the win by forfeit. And that'll take us to 165 pounds. It'll be Frank Brandt for Wenatchee and Jacoby Mercado for Eastmont. Here is the raise of the hand first of all, though, for the win for, Michael Mahuika gets the win by forfeit. There we go. So 28-17 should be the team score here. They're trying to get everything settled with the scores table. I still don't think they're quite up to speed with it. So it'll be Jacoby Mercado for Eastmont, the junior, against Frank Brandt, the junior, for Wenatchee. Mercado 32-11 on the season. He finished third at the Matt Animal Invitational in Quincy last weekend at 165 pounds. So pretty darn good season for Mercado. Frank Brandt, meanwhile, is just 3-9. Not a lot of experience for Mr. Brandt. He did not place last weekend at the Coyote Classic down in Kittitas. They're waiting to get the team score correct. It should be 28-17 as they still try to figure that one out. So Russ Waterman trying to lend a helping voice in the background. Talked to Russ before the match tonight and told him that the coach came up to me and said, well, I don't know if we're going to be able to get somebody to run the scoreboard because this is last minute. Russ says, no, I told them 2 days ago that TV's coming. You have somebody run the scoreboard. So that's what we're left with. Apple Valley Honda is proud to bring us Big Nine Wrestling tonight here on the NCWLIFE channel. Test drive a new Honda today at Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee. Committed to preserving the environment not only with fuel-efficient vehicles but also with other eco-friendly actions and alternatives. Apologies for the delays here this evening. Now do we have it correct? Oh my gosh, the scores, team scores are correct, 28-17. Now, do we go to the 165-pound match? Or are we still going to go back to Michael Mahuika? Okay. Mahuika got the win, so he got the 6 points for Wenatchee to make it 17 on the board. Now Jacoby Mercado and Frank Brandt should be the ones taken to the mat, and it looks like that is the case.
We have Michael Mahuika for Wenatchee and Jacoby Mercado for Eastmont.
Well, they just announced Mahuika wrestling for Wenatchee. I don't think that's Mahuika. I think that's Frank Brandt because that's who is scheduled. That's who's on the bout sheet. So that's what I'm going to go by. Frank Brandt, the junior, against the junior Mercado for Eastmont. 165-pound match. So it's saying that this is a classic old school wrestling match where they start with the lowest weight and will finish with the super heavyweight here tonight. The drawing apparently in the locker room during the weigh-in went with 106 pounds. So they put 14 tickets in a hat, and it's a random draw after they finish the weigh-ins. And the draw tonight started with the lowest at 106. We are hoping for a little bit different super heavyweight match tonight. I'll tell you more about that when we get to it. Honestly, not sure if there was injuries at the tournaments last weekend, but the highly touted super heavies for both schools here will not face off tonight. In fact, we'll have a forfeit coming up at 285 pounds. Shot by both wrestlers at the same time. Thankfully, their heads didn't collide together with 38 seconds left. And now, feigning like he's going to back up to the center of the mat, was Mercado, and then he shoots, and a nice counter by Brandt. Brandt holding on to an ankle, and now finally crowding and getting the takedown is Mercado. And hold on, we got a dangerous hold here, or a dangerous move, as Brandt came to both his hands and his feet, and Mercado had an arm and a leg draped in him, so they wisely stopped the match. 3-0 the score. Mercado on top. 14 seconds left in round number 1. Brandt fired out of his down position. Now back up to his feet. And almost had the reversal there, but will run out of time before the end of round number 1. 3-0 the score, with Eastmont's junior Jacoby Mercado leading the junior from Wenatchee, Frank Brandt. Final wrestling match broadcast of the year here on the NCWLIFE channel. Thank you very much for watching here tonight. And an escape, 1 point for Brandt, makes it a 3-1 contest. So now both wrestlers on their feet. Let's see if they go for a throw. These bigger fellas, 165 pounds. A lot of times they like to set up throws. Deep shot by Mercado. Gave up the leg, and now trying for both legs. And has him. Brandt down to his hip. And now the crowd by Mercado, and give him a 3-point takedown. 6-1 the score. 37 seconds into round number 2. Brandt to his feet. Tried to reverse as he fell over, but that was caused by the up wrestler, Mercado. Brandt definitely has some power on the bottom. Now Mercado looking for the far side cradle. He's got it. Tipped his knee into his back, and now getting some near fall points, looking for the pin. A lot of time left, and he will run out of time. Will Brandt in round number 2. So Mercado with a win by pin at 2, or make that 3:03 into the match. So 16 points to the Wildcats, gives them 34 as they lead it now 34-17. That'll bring up a very highly anticipated match at 175 pounds. The junior Dax Dixon against the junior John Gutzweiler. Dixon is 30-3. Gutzweiler 21-4. Both coming off of tournament championships last weekend. Here we go at 175 pounds. You won't need your whole chair on this one. You'll only need the edge of it. Gutzweiler with the counter on the attempt by Dixon. Now the shot by Gutzweiler. Had the single leg. Dixon with the counter. Got the crossface. Trying to crowd. Now both wrestlers back to their feet. Shot by Dixon. Gutzweiler with the counter. He's got the whizzer in. They both will go out of bounds. Whistle sounds. They'll head back to the center circle. Gutzweiler reaches out. Dixon reaches out. Dixon with the shot. Has the single leg. Trying to bring it in tight. Gutzweiler trying to counter. Fighting. Has the whizzer in, and now will lose the takedown. 3-point takedown for Dixon. Dax leads it over John Gutzweiler. Now Dixon with the far side cradle. Very strong wrestler on the bottom here in Gutzweiler. As we're a minute in now, near fall points, looking for the pin is Dax Dixon, and he's gonna get it. Oh my gosh, look at that. 53 seconds into the match. Dax Dixon gets the win by pin here. Makes it 40-17. Now we'll head to 190 pounds. It'll be senior Randy Benner for Eastmont against Logan Lamb for the Wenatchee Panthers, also a senior. Our broadcast brought to you by BioSports Physical Therapy, Aquatherapy, Sports Biomechanics, Orthopedic Physical Therapy, Orthotics. All you need to keep moving. Find them online at biosports.net. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And what a throw by Logan Lamb. Now Lamb last Thursday against Sunnyside looked like he injured his shoulder a little bit. He was coming off of a state football game the weekend before. Looks pretty healthy right now as Benner fighting like mad from the bottom. Again, Randy Benner for Eastmont and Logan Lamb for Wenatchee. Lamb leads it 3-0 on the takedown. Benner on his base on the bottom. Lamb trying to, guys as big as they are, as strong as they are, it's like trying to wrestle an alligator right now if you're Logan Lamb. Randy Benner on the bottom. Hand fighting, trying to get that strong grip ripped away, and the wrestlers will go out of bounds. It'll still be the advantage to Lamb. He'll be on top. Lamb throws that shoulder again. He kind of wrinkled that left arm. We'll watch that through the match tonight, as I'm sure he'd love to wrap it up early. It took him into the second round, or maybe even the third round last week against Sunnyside before he finally got the win by pin. But late on the match for a few moments after the pin and really looked like he was favoring that shoulder. So we'll keep a close eye on that. Under a minute to go here in round number 1. Lamb looking for the cross face. Looking to break down Randy Benner. Benner, though, good base for the wrestler from Eastmont. 38 seconds left in round number 1. Wildcats lead the Panthers in the match 40-17 in our team competition here tonight. Eastmont trying to climb to the 500 mark in Big 9 head-to-head matchups as the season winds down, just a couple of weeks away from the district tournament at West Valley. They changed MAC Classic this year. We don't have any regional tournaments, so it's district tournaments or bust. Going to take the top 3 in districts to advance to the MAC Classic. Benner up to his feet, trying to make a move. Here's the throw by Lamb, and he'll keep him on the bottom, and that'll be the end of round number 1. So a takedown by Logan Lamb, the only scoring in that first round, 3-0. Lamb with the advantage, and he will defer to Benner to have his choice here in this second round. Benner fought most of that first round from the bottom, and he will choose bottom again. Lamb on top, Benner on the bottom. Benner with a sit out. Now tries to stand up. Now tries to get the reversal. He does. So it's a 3-2 contest. Benner for the first time working on top of Logan Lamb. And this is where we got to watch that shoulder for Lamb. Benner trying to bar up the arm as he'll try to wrestle it away. The wrestler on the bottom, when they're trying to bar up your arm, what you're taught to do is to try to hold both hands together, hold both wrists together so they can't get one arm away from the other. Lamb with his right arm up by his head right now as Benner continues to work on that left arm. I believe it was the right shoulder, the one that I kind of thought may have been a little dinged up last Thursday in the match with Sunnyside. We'll see what happens here. Almost a minute into round number 2 as Randy Benner got the reversal. Trails it by 1. Logan Lamb not doing a lot down low, just trying to fight off anything that Benner tries to do up top. 2 senior wrestlers here for Eastmont and Wenatchee. The official takes his whistle out of his mouth. Brian Landis tells both wrestlers, specifically Logan Lamb on the bottom, hey, you got to try to move here. You got to try to get to your base with 30 seconds left in this second round. Benner working like a madman on top, trying to find a gap in what is like a turtle shell with the legs and arms all pulled in underneath of it. Logan Lamb just kind of countering every move that Randy Benner tries on top, and now we're going to get stalling and stall warning. Stall warning on Logan Lamb, and that's going to be the end of round number 2. So now that there's been a warning, Logan Lamb has to be careful here. He leads it by 1. One more stall against him would give a point to Benner, and we'd be tied at 3-3. So Logan Lamb is going to choose down here, as he had the choice in the second round, chose to defer, and now has the choice to take the bottom. And Binner now will ride. Third and final round here. Sit out by Lamb. Binner tries to break him down again. Wraps that right leg around Logan Lamb's left leg and tries to pull it out and break him down to the mat, which he does successfully. And now Lamb kind of almost close to giving up a near fall point as Binner tries to get the half Nelson on the far side. Now tries to go for the power Nelson on the left side of Lamb. 30 seconds into the final round here. Trailing it by 1 is Randy Binner, the man on top for Eastmont. Logan Lamb on the lead here, but he's also got a stall warning already in the match. One more would give us a tie. So he has to try to make a move from the bottom. And our official watching closely to see if he is trying to make that move. Ryan Landis, our official here in this one tonight. Eastmont fans and his fellow wrestlers try to cheer on Randy Binner here. Trying to get something done on top, but Logan Lamb not letting it happen. Binner, crossface. Got to watch so he doesn't get out too high. 38 seconds left in the match. Lamb on the bottom, not doing a lot. And we could get a stall warning again against Lamb if he doesn't try to get to his base at least. Binner doing all he can right now. And now we get a 1 point given to Binner. We're tied at 3-3 with 15 seconds left in the match. So Logan Lamb has been given a stall here in round number 3 that has given Randy Binner the tie. 5 seconds left. We could be going to overtime with 3, with 2, with 1, and that will be the case. Tied at 3-3. Randy Binner, 4th at the Mad Animal Invitational last weekend at 175 pounds. Wrestling up tonight at 190. Logan Lamb, meanwhile, for the Wenatchee Panthers, did not wrestle at the Coyote Classic last weekend. So here we go. 1 minute. First point wins it for either wrestler. Randy Binner has been the aggressor here since round number 1. Binner pushing and shoving. Lamb already has a stall, so he can't back away. He would give up the match if he stalls again. 40 seconds left. Overtime, 190 pounds. Lamb on top here. Binner trying to keep him from getting around his waist. Lamb trying to break him down and spin, and now looking for the turn, looking for the cover. He gets it. 3-point takedown, and Logan Lamb will win the match. 6-3 in overtime. What a match for Randy Binner and Logan Lamb. 40-20 should be the team score after that win for Logan Lamb. That'll take us to 215 pounds. Ricardo Kalunga Jr. for Eastmont, and Derek Varga, just a freshman for Wenatchee. So senior versus freshman here at 215 pounds. Our broadcast on the NCWLIFE channel brought to you in part by Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate. For all your real estate needs in Central Washington, call 509-888-8887. That's 509-888887. So here we go. Ricardo Kalunga Jr. His friends call him Ricky. Derek Varga for Wenatchee. And the takedown for Kalunga. 3-0 the lead here for Ricardo. He took 5th at the Man Animal Invitational in Quincy last weekend. Kalunga on the season 23-5. Varga 13-18 on the season. He took 4th at the Coyote Classic last Saturday. Kalunga leads it as the two get close to hitting all out of bounds. The official whistle will probably come in a moment. As long as they have a tippy toe in the ring, they're still considered on the mat. That was a new rule here a few years ago as well. They've also changed the scoring system, so a takedown is now 3 points. You can get near fall points of 4 and 3. The rest is all the same. Reversals 2 points. Escape is a point. Kalunga on top. Varga on the bottom. Now Kalunga trying to get that arm barred up. We have a forfeit coming up next at 285. Kalunga's going to just let him go. So a 1 point escape for Varga makes it a 3-1 contest. And Ricardo, he gets the single leg, lifts it high with the elevator, and gets a 3-point takedown. So he leads at 6-1 with 40 seconds left. Now he's got the half in. He can get the pin even though his shoulders are outside the circle. Kalunga's feet are inside the circle. He will get near fall points, maybe even more here. And he will let him back, rock him over, and have a 4-point near fall. And now Kalunga is going to let him up and get back towards the center of the mat, or will he? Nope, he's going to reach that leg again and go for the trip, and he gets another 3-point takedown. So make it a 13-2 match now in favor of Ricardo Kalunga Jr. 6 seconds left in round number 1. Ricardo putting on a little clinic right now against the freshman Garrett Varga. That'll be the end of round number 1 with Ricardo in top 13-2. Our broadcast also brought to you by Global Car Care. Your vehicle is their number 1 priority. Diesels and European cars are their specialty. Pick up and drop off available too. Stop by the website globalcarcare.net. Again, the girls match earlier saw Eastmont beat Wenatchee 42-28. Wildcat boys also leading it here 40-20. And Ricardo Kalunga in charge in this super heavyweight match, or excuse me, the 215-pound match, 13-2. Ricardo looking for pin here, and he is close. Ricardo Kalunga Jr. Chest to chest, pin. It'll be 2 minutes and 29 seconds into the match. Win by pin for Ricardo Kalunga Jr. Makes it a 46-20 match. Eastmont will add 6 more points as senior Juan Orozco will win by forfeit. That'll make it 52-20. And that'll be our final match of the night, just like that. As we wind our way through, Eastmont will get the decisive victory here at home tonight. 52-20 over the Wenatchee Panthers. We will take a break, come back, and your post game is coming up as we continue here from Eastmont High School. Our broadcast brought to you by Harvest Valley Pest Control. You can rest assured Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet safe material around your home or office. Call Harvest Valley Pest Control today for your free estimate at 509-423-2207. Also by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Plan your next tournament and event today. Call the Pro Shop to schedule your time with their full swing S4 widescreen golf simulators at 509-884-4653. That's 509-884-4653. We will come back. The post-match comments coming up, and we'll wrap it up ahead here on the NCWLIFE channel right after this.
Who's trying to stretch their budget this January? That's pretty much all of us. That's why Abby's is offering this giant pizza that can feed up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 hungry people for less than $27. Now, that's an Abby's budget stretching deal. Worried about a no-fun January? Not at Abby's. Dine on our Bacon Cheddar Special. It's delicious and loaded with toppings and real cheese. Plus, it's on sale, and the kids can play some video games. Enjoy fun January at your local Abby's.
Global Car Care has the best customer service in the Valley. From the moment you walk in the door, their goal is to help you stay on the road, so you can keep doing what's important to you. Global Car Care certified ASE mechanics stand behind your automotive repairs.
Tacos Chava has something new. Customers at Tacos Chava say it's the best Mexican food around. Nachos, enchiladas, tortas, ensaladas, and introducing camarones in many styles. You'll love the fresh salsa bar with so much selection. Are you ready for Tacos Chava? Find them at 2 great locations, the Wenatchee Valley Mall and Eniat. Tacos Chava, tan delicioso.
Vape companies have a history of targeting teens. Now, they've been caught red-handed marketing to minors in Washington state and forced to pay millions in a major lawsuit. When it comes to your health, choose what matters. Choose you. Nicotine in vapes can increase feelings of anxiety and depression. Though quitting isn't always easy, it's a great way to care for your mental health. When you're ready to take control of your well-being, choose the Tomorrow Health app. It's free for Washington teens and proven to work.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories, and we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Welcome back here on the post-match report on the NCWLIFE channel. Now talking with Dax Dixon, who got a big win at 175 pounds tonight. I was asking him before we got on the air. So, John Gutzweiler and you've seen each other a few times, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've been looking at him all week, trying to see what he's done at other tournaments, preparing for it.
Well, you guys both came in after wins in tournaments last weekend and both had great records on the season. Talk about what your game plan was. I mean, were you a little surprised to get a pin that quick?
I mean, when I wrestled before, I pinned him pretty in first round, but I know he's a big thrower, so I knew on my shots I had to stay low and not get too high so he could throw me right away.
Talk about this for you guys. I know as far as the season is concerned of the Big Nine, I mean, Sunnyside and Moses Lake are running away with it. Right now it's about getting ready for districts, right?
Yes, sir.
So talk about that as you get ready for districts. How do you think you're doing? I mean, you're coming off a tournament win. You've done well this season. Are you ready to go for districts?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready. I mean, I'm dropping down to 165, so from there, I mean, I'm predicted to place top 3 in districts and then go on to state. Hopefully I place at state. That's my goal this year. So
how tough is that this year to not have regionals? And man, I mean, districts is all the chance you get.
Yeah, the state bracket's huge. It's going to be a lot of competition, lots of good wrestlers there. So
all depends on the draw, right?
Yeah, I mean, just got to get lucky.
For you guys and for senior night tonight, I know you're not a senior, but what does this mean for you to see what these guys have done for so many years with this program?
I mean, it may not be my last time wrestling Wenatchee, but it's my last time wrestling Wenatchee at home. So it means a lot to get a big win for the crowd. And I mean, some of these guys I've grown up my whole life just wrestling, playing football, doing all the sports. So I mean, it's sad to see them go, but it's bittersweet.
Now, you and Gutzweiler are not ranked in the top 10 in the state by the Wrestling Report for some reason. I'm not sure why. But your sister is ranked 8th in the state. So talk about you and she. I mean, do you guys wrestle on the living room floor at home?
We actually got mats downstairs, but I mean, she's a lot more committed to the sport than me. She's taking shots on the dummy. She's doing whatever she can to make sure she can take the next step.
How fun would that be if you guys both get through districts and get to Matt Classic together? Wouldn't that be fun?
My grandparents have already been talking about it. They're really psyched for it. And I mean, looking at it right now, it looks like it's going to happen, but I don't want to say anything too soon.
Yeah. Well, you got to stay healthy for another couple of weeks. Best of luck at districts in a few weeks, and hopefully we'll watch you at Matt Classic.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, Dax Dixon joining us here on the post-match as the Eastmont Wildcats sweep aside the Wenatchee Panthers on the boys and the girls side tonight. We'll come back and tell you about the final coming up next here on the NCWLIFE channel.
NCWLIFE channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
One more time around here at Eastmont High School, where the Wildcats celebrate senior night and celebrate a couple of victories. For the girls, the final was 42-28 as Eastmont takes advantage of a lot of forfeits for the Wenatchee Panthers. Meanwhile, the Eastmont boys able to come from behind here tonight. They did get a little help from a forfeit here or there, but also got some help from some big pins, including the young man with whom we just spoke, Dax Dixon, who gets the pin over John Gutzweiler here tonight as the Wildcats knock off the Panthers 52-20. For a whole crew here tonight on site, we've got Jesse Ventura and Callie Benson running cameras. We got Dan Kuntz, who's our line producer, and of course we got Ethan Leonard and Malcolm Whitehall back in the studios. I'm Eric Granstrom. That's going to wrap it up for our season of wrestling coverage here on the NCWLIFE channel. Don't forget, we have the Royalty Selection Pageant coming up on Saturday, February 8th, and then another matchup between the Panthers and the Wildcats in basketball with Grant Olson on the Tuesday, the 11th of February. Have a great night. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Using your head, using your neck. No, it's going to be a pin. 1 minute, 3 seconds into the second round for Keyston Hughes, and we're tied at 6-6.
Thanks for watching tonight's presentation of high school wrestling on the NCWLIFE channel, your local TV station. Tonight's broadcast has been brought to you in part by our platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, Tacos Chava, Together for Youth, and Valley Tractor. Thanks for watching high school wrestling on your home for local sports, the NCWLIFE channel. We now return you to